Let me tell you why. This Scandinavian gem is surrounded by water on all sides, offering stunning landscapes and a rich history. I explored the fascinating Viking Museum, stood in awe of the Harald Bluetooth stones and the ancient burial ground, and marvelled at the unique Klint Cliff, home to the Fish Clay Museum. And of course I visited the magnificent Egeskov Castle. Trust me, there's a lot more to Denmark than meets the eyes. Hello! Today I am in Denmark and I am off to the beach. So I'm parked up outside this museum, as you can see. There's not a lot here apart from a car park, but it's really windy. This is the Stevns Klint Experience, and apparently it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The centre's currently shut, but it's open tomorrow as it's 5 o'clock in the evening. So the museum is all about the mass extinction event that happened that wiped out the dinosaurs. Very jolly. And there's this huge structure. I have no idea what it is. I'll hopefully find out in the museum tomorrow, but right now it just looks like a teepee with no sides. It's just framework. It's really, well, what can you say? It's just really big. Sand dunes here are enormous. I can see just through there, I can see the sea. So this is the beach. It's got huge white cliffs down there. But it's freezing. Absolutely freezing here. Good morning. I've just woken up in this little car park by the beach next to the museum, and the strangest things happened. I slept until about 10 o'clock and I woke up and the entire car park is changed into a rally timing station or something. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but they have a whole rally going on here and I didn't hear a thing. Honestly, sometimes I do wonder about myself. See what I mean? It's completely escalated. I didn't hear a thing. So I've just climbed up on top of the museum roof and there's an amazing view up here. Only I can park in a racing track and not realise. We'll go and check out the museum. So I've just paid to enter the museum and the lady has set the intro video to English for me in the next 10 minutes, so I shall go and watch that and get an idea of what this place is all about. After the catastrophic event that ended the dinosaurs, this is the only mammal that survived, and apparently we all come from this little animal. And I didn't know, but chalk that the cliffs are made of is made from compressed algae over millions of years. It's got a very interactive thing. You get one of the cubes, put it on there, and it'll give you all the information about it. How cool is that? I'm going to take a seat in the little cinema and watch the English explanation video. The Stevns Klint is a 17k long coastal cliff made of chalk from the Cretaceous period and of limestone as well. And the black line in the middle of it there, this is a segment of it, is fish clay. And apparently using that they can determine the extinction of the dinosaurs and how that happened. I've just watched the little video and it's very profound, and if you do come here you absolutely need to watch it. The fish clay at Stevns Klint separates two periods. The period before the fish clay, when the earth was teeming with life, and then following period when half of the species had all disappeared due to an asteroid impact. And naturally I'm not some superstar, I'm reading it from the wall. Now we're back outside. Heading back to the bus now because I'm absolutely filthy from all the dust from the cars, and I'm going to head over to Egeskov Castle for the night, and tomorrow I hope to spend the day looking around there. so I've just arrived at the castle and I'm parked up in the car park, which is quite good. It's €10 to park here, which I don't mind paying for. I don't normally pay, so every now and again it's okay. But it's a really good location, check it out. So the bus is there and the castle is just over there, and it's huge grounds here as well. So I'm really looking forward to exploring tomorrow morning. Right, so it's time to cook some dinner, I think. My hair is sticky and disgusting from that car racing today, so I need to have a shower in a minute. I'm hungry, so dinner first. I keep my fridge in the back of the bus, which is a bit inconvenient sometimes, but being that I only really use it once a day to get dinner out, I kind of find it useful being out of the way and not taking up a load of space. I've just met this lovely German couple, and check out this van. That is beautifully airbrushed. Look at that. Okay, it's a bright and early morning. Well, it's not that bright, it's not that early. It's nearly 11 o'clock and the palace opens at 11. So I'm going to make my way over there and have a look around. It's called Egeskov Castle, and I do know that it's about €30 per person, so it's quite expensive, so hopefully it'll be worth it. Let's go and take a look. Right, got to find the ticket office now. So I just paid basically 34 or 35 euros for one ticket, and then about 10 euros for a night. Here's the map, and as you can see, the place is huge. I think the gardens are going to be quite amazing here. The castle has a true moat all the way around it with several beautiful bridges. Oh my god, look at that place. Wow. That is gorgeous. I've not even got to the castle yet. I keep stopping to look at the beautiful garden. It's a gorgeous day, a bit chilly, but I've got my sweatshirt on, so it's all good. But what a place to be. I think that might be a real maze. If it is, I'm going to do that later on. So I'm bound to get hideously lost. The beautiful costumes in here. I love that spiral staircase. Let's see what's up the top. I want to get one and we're prancing around the grounds. I'm a lady. How do ladies things? They're all from the late 1800s. In the old coach house is the ladies' attire exhibition at Egeskov Castle. It's full of gorgeous 1800s fashion, including stunning dresses, some designed by the legendary Charles Frederick Worth. It's a really good glimpse into the past. Another gallery with beautiful costumes. Well, this looks like the maids' outfits. Oh yeah, this is all staff. How interesting. It's like Downton Abbey. And there's the tower with that beautiful spiral staircase. They've made that little bit into a little gift shop and a place to grab a coffee. Egeskov Castle is one of Europe's best preserved Renaissance water castles and is still home to the Alfeld-Larvik family today. Built in 1554 by Franz Brockenhaus, this castle sits on oak piles in a lake, making it a true water castle. Inside you'll find fascinating exhibits, from vintage cars to historic costumes. Look at the locks on this big chest. That is incredible. The size of these log burners. There's two in this room. I bet it's freezing in the window. The castle is still a private residence today, which is why it's only open from 11 till 5. So you get to explore this beautiful castle while it's still home to its owners. So from this grand hall, there is lots of these little doors that are shut off, but you can still see the rooms. You can really imagine what this would have been like back in the 1800s. This is called Tatiana's Palace, and it was a beautiful replica of the house but done out for children, and it was built by Sir Neville Wilkinson, and it took him 15 years to collect treasures from all over the world to put it together for the children. And it was given in 1922 after Queen Mary opened the palace. The famous author Hans Christian Andersen came from just down the road in Odessa, and he was renowned for making these little paper cutouts. Right, onwards and upwards. Oh, I'm going to have to check out the palace toilet. We're heading up in the rafters. It's really breezy up here. It's a fantastic display of toys, but I'm just impressed by the roof. The size of it. Wow. Look at the train set. It's 18 volt and it was manufactured in Germany in 1912. Nobody knows how long this doll's been up in the loft, but I can honestly say I would be moving out right now. So apparently the legend is that the doll must never be moved, and if it is removed, the castle will fall on Christmas Day. And only up until recently, nobody has spent Christmas here. All of these items are from the kitchen. Look at the pestle and mortar. These are fascinating. The copper jelly moulds. And there's copper teapots. Absolutely great. So I just jumped up onto one of the windows in the loft. Check out the view. Look at that. I bet the kids used to play up here. I bet they still do, because they still live in the castle. Can you imagine the fun you'd have up here? Every single tile is held on with an individual nail. There must be thousands of nails here. Just in what's called the White Garden, which is right next to the brasserie. I'm going to go and see if I can get a coffee. Oat milk, just oat milk, yeah. So I've just stopped for a coffee and a cake, and it's come to €23, and then another €7 for the plaque for the ceiling. But I managed to get a marzipan cake and a a cappuccino with oat milk. Looks like we'll be parked up for the next week to recuperate the budget. I will never moan again at the €23, because this marzipan is absolutely divine. I'm going to go and take a look around the kitchen garden. This must be some kitchen. It is enormous. Look at those box edges. They are impressive. They must be 20 feet high. There's lots of little seating areas hidden away if you need a bit of shade. They're growing watermelons. And again, that's my hand. They're enormous. Wow. I think these are artichokes. Courgettes, marrows. I've never seen such a fantastic garden. Baby pumpkins. All sorts of baby pumpkins, all different shapes. Check out these colours. Beautiful. Black Ada, Black Ada. I'm in the topiary garden. Just look at the detail in here. It is incredible. There's a little squirrel. Check out the peacock. This is genius. How fantastic is that? And there's 4 of them. There's a little secret cubby hole here. Look at that. Now this old maze, it's a box hedge maze, which I'm going to try and extend for you. High as I can make it. There. This old box hedge maze from the 1730s. I'm hoping you're getting a better image than I am, because I'm down on the ground. It's a beautiful little garden house. Size of that tree there. I wonder how old that is. I don't know if anybody knows the name of this plant. It's enormous. It's like a giant rhubarb, but it's really prickly. I'd love to know what it is. If you do, please drop a note in the comments, because it's beautiful. And set in this beautiful thatched cottage in the grounds, there is a Man and Mechanics Museum, which is closed bicycles, motor cars and horse carriages. Now that's a shadow board, isn't it? Tell they're not English. It'll be on the floor. This is a gig, and it's from 1880, and they called it the first cabriolet. It's for 2 people, it's drawn by horse. For any bike lovers, there is a British Henderson from 1918. Look at that saddle, but that's a bit rough of a ride. There's a tandem bike, and it looks like the person at the back does the steering, and the person at the front just holds on for dear life. It's from 1887. So we come out of the Thatched Transport Museum, and there's a fantastic courtyard. And next we're going to enter the Veteran Museum. Right, the first thing you notice when you come in here is the green double-decker, and in the background is an old warplane. Now they definitely knew how to make cars back then. Check out this. It's got a sofa in the front, and then a sofa in the back. I saw one of these the other day. Somebody had converted it into a little camper. And my favourite all-time car. Predictable, I know. Now this is an old camper, so we've got to take a look at this. Oh wow, look inside here. This is so cool. There's a little bed, toilet down there. There's the kitchen. got a little bedroom at the back with bunk beds. This camper was built in 1921. I love it. It is so lovely. Look at the little window up there. It's beautiful. See how long it takes before we get completely lost and need rescuing. This place is huge. I'm not sure it was a good idea. Oh, we've been going for about 15 minutes now. And another bend. Okay, I've been walking for about 45 minutes and I can't find my way out. Wouldn't mind, but the park shuts in about an hour. God for that. I'm right back at the beginning. I'm now going to cheat and go across the bridge to the centre. I'm taking the cheats option. So I made it to the top, but I did cheat. Look at the size of this maze. That's only half of it. And the other half's over there. I reckon they have to send people in at night to rescue. Really good fun, but completely stupid. I've just got back from the Egeskov Castle and I spent the entire day walking around there. I think it was 34 or 35 euros per person to get in. And I was a bit sceptical because it's quite a high price, but it is absolutely wonderful. The castle itself is amazing. So I spent the entire day there from 10 o'clock this morning when it opened till 5 p.m. now when it closes. It was worth every penny. I really recommend it. A beautiful place, absolutely amazing gardens, so many museums and things within the grounds that you can do as part of the price. And there was several options for tea and coffee and lunch. Anyway, I'm shattered and I'm off to bed. So I'll see you in the morning. I've just woken up in Jelling and this is the home of the Viking runic stones. So we're going to go and take a look around in a moment. They look quite impressive on Google, so I'm really looking forward to it. Well, the first thing I come across is this 1,400 metre palisade, I think is what it was called. I'm not really sure. I don't know what it represents exactly. Did you know that the Bluetooth symbol is made up of a H and a B rune to represent Harald Bluetooth? So Rom the Old was the king of the Vikings and his son Harald Bluetooth. So they ruled together and the original capital of Denmark was here at Jelling. So it costs 15 euros to enter here. And that is basically to look around the museum. The stones are free, so if you don't want to spend time in the museum, you can come any time of day. It's open 24 hours because it's out in public. So King Grom was the king of the Vikings and he established Denmark as a country, and his son Harald Bluetooth, who took over from him after his death, was the person to bring Christianity to Denmark and to make Denmark the country that it is today. The small runestone was raised by King Gorm in memory of his wife Tyra Hare. The name Denmark appears for the first time within the country. This graveyard is immaculately kept and some of these graves are as old as 1798. Inside the Jelling church, which the original was built by Harald Bluetooth. This small strip of silver in the floor commemorates the grave of King Rom the Old, who built his first hall here, and this was the first stone church to be built in Denmark. The church is Protestant and it has similar beginnings to the Church of England. So the North Mound is in the centre of the area of the surrounding palisade, and the burial chamber was almost empty when it was excavated in 1820. Maybe the person was King Gorm. From here you can see the palisade going all the way around here and back to the car park. And this is the centre of King Harold's complex. And they did find
this cup, the Jelling cup, but no bones. The complex is meant to represent a boat that you can see here, and that bit over there, that's the north end. So the palisade would have been a wooden 4-metre high barrier to protect the king and all the people that lived inside his town. But they've made this fantastic concrete replica to mark the area. I'm standing at the bow of a ship in Jelling, which is a concrete structure designed to represent a Viking burial boat. This monument marks the burial ground of King Gorm. Vikings had a tradition of burying their dead in either real boats or replicas like this one, as they believed that the deceased's soul would journey to Valhalla. This is the Harald stone, the larger of the Jelling Rune stones, erected by King Harald Bluetooth around 965 AD. It commemorates his parents and symbolises Denmark's shift to Christianity, often seen as the nation's birth certificate. They've put the runes into great big glass cases to protect them from the weather and probably people. I don't know if you can see this, but there is a carving of Christ in this stone. Apparently it's the oldest in the whole of Scandinavia. Right, we're going to enter into the Viking Experience now. As you can see, the Vikings invaded all across Europe and came to the UK. There's a really good interactive screens in here. You can press the different buttons. Okay, I had a really good morning around there, and now I'm going to head off to a Viking Museum, and that'll probably be the last thing I do in Denmark before heading into Germany. Boom! As if by magic, I'm at the Viking Museum, so I'm going to go and take a look around. I'm not sure how much this one is. Can't park here overnight, so once I've finished here I need to head off somewhere else, and I think I'm going to head to the beach. Maybe spend a night or two at the beach. Welcome to the Moesgaard Museum. So I don't know if I'm just really thick, but I can't seem to find the start of the museum. I've ended up on exhibition number 7, so I'm just trying to find out where the hell you start. After some help from a very nice man who obviously thinks I'm completely insane, I'm now in the Stone Age. So the exhibition is all based around this girl whose skeleton they found locally, and they've reconstructed her face with about 80% accuracy, and she follows the story all the way through, which is quite nice. There's a huge big dome here in the middle with headphones. Look, like this. The Urucus is a mammal that is now extinct. It was up to 2 metres tall and weighed up to 1 tonne. So this is the Gundestrup cauldron, and here they have a giant replica of it, and you can walk inside and see all the different god depictions that are on the side of the bowl, and you can pick up the headsets and it will tell you all about them. Got this.
I am Hickory, the most skilled woodcarver and carpenter in Aros.
We go into this little bit here. This is Byzantium. Have a walk around. And you find these little things and you put on your English information.
In AD 300,
and it lights up.
The Roman Empire was divided in two.
That was a really fantastic museum. Very, very interactive. Really good fun. I couldn't do a lot of filming in there for obvious reasons. Everything's probably copyrighted. But I really, really recommend it. Especially if you've got kids. Although, to be honest, I enjoyed it without. I'm going to head back to the bus now and hopefully drive along to the coast somewhere and park up for a night or two. So I've just pulled over because the heavens have opened
and in the process of that put the window wipers on, and the driver's one has just flown off into the middle of the road. So I've pulled over. I'm going to wait for the rain to stop, but I've just seen on Google that there is the Endless Bridge, so I'm going to wander off down and have a look at the beach.
I'm just walking down to the Endless Bridge, and we've had that much rain that this tiny little stream has become a beautiful waterfall. And there it is, the Endless Bridge, which is kind of pointless but actually really cool at the same time.
So the bridge was originally built in 2015 as part of the Sculpture by the Sea event, but it became so popular that it's become a permanent installation.
Contrast to the last 2 minutes, honestly, the heavens opened.
Right, sadly that's it for me this week, as I've got to get the bus repaired now. Not that it's a major job, but I can't drive with a storm coming with no window wipers. So please like, subscribe and share if you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch up with you next week. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to be yet, but see you next week. Take care.